I hope this finds you well. My name is Keith Manier, and I'm the lead pastor at Grace Fellowship, a church on the southeast side of Columbus, Ohio. And it's been said that the church is one generation away from being extinct. And although as Christians we know that that's absolutely not going to happen because Jesus promises that He will build the church and the gates of hell won't prevail against it, that is not necessarily true for every local church. That any local church can be one generation away from becoming irrelevant and ultimately dead. And I think that many of us who are senior leaders, lead pastors at churches find ourselves saying, what are we going to do to reach the next generation? What are we going to do to reach whatever this generation is called that is coming up in our middle schools and high schools and into college? And I think that there's a challenge for many of our churches in being effective and skilled and intentional and thoughtful at reaching that generation. And so here's what's going on. I want to invite you to an incredible opportunity that you're going to have at the conference Momentum. On Wednesday, July 15th, myself and the director of our student ministry here at Grace, Travis Smith, are going to be leading an event called The Bridge. And The Bridge is an opportunity for you as a lead pastor to come and sit around some tables in a room in conversation and discussion with other lead pastors, with other senior pastors, thinking about how can you do student ministry more effective in your local church. And so we're going to talk about things like what are ways to get your students involved? How do you avoid creating two different churches, your student ministry church and then your adult church? How do you make sure that as a lead pastor, as a senior pastor, you have an opportunity to really be their pastor and to minister to those students? And how is it that you stay connected to them in a way that they're going to want to stay connected when they go off to college and come back? And so ultimately, for this day at Momentum, you don't really have a cost other than whatever cost you want to put on yourself. If you want to come and stay the night before or stay afterwards, the cost of getting there. But we want to give you some incredible incentives to spend the day with us that day. First off, that morning at Momentum, a well-known communicator, Clayton King, is going to be speaking to the students and the leaders, and we'd encourage you to come and be a part of that morning session, then head off to lunch. And then in the afternoon, those of us facilitating the bridge are going to take our time and have some really good communication and discussion with you all as a group. And so we're going to have that. And then actually that evening, I'm going to be sharing with the students and the leaders. And so we'd encourage you to make a day of it. And to encourage you to come, here's what we're going to do. We're going to actually give you an incentive of $2,000. And here's how we're going to give the winner of that $2,000. We're going to encourage you to break it up. One is we're going to say if you come and you win, that $1,000 of it goes to you personally. Like you could get $1,000 cash for coming to the bridge. And then the other $1,000 we're going to actually send to your church so that you can put against student ministry costs in your budget at your church. Maybe even to put against some of the students you've sent to the Momentum Conference or something else that's going on in your student ministry. And so we are giving you the incentive for every lead pastor that comes. We're going to do a drawing for $2,000, $1,000 for you and $1,000 for student ministry. And so we really want you to come. We want you to make this a priority for you if you're a lead pastor. If you're a student pastor watching this, please pass this on to your lead pastor and encourage your lead pastor, your senior pastor, to come and spend the day with us talking about this incredible issue of how to take your current students, high school students, middle school students, and make them involved in your church as we continue to think about reaching the next generation. So I hope to see you on July 15th at Momentum. And yeah, I think it's going to be a great event. Encourage you to be there, be a part of a drawing, and join us for some incredible discussion.